Hi friends, welcome to Automation with Shell Scripting course, and this is Narendra, instructor for this course. First, let me provide the course overview before starting it. See, shell scripting is a great way to automate repetitive tasks in our Linux or Unix environment. Then what is a shell script? In simple terms, shell script is a sequence of system commands pasted in a text file. Now let me explain this concept with a simple example. So here our example is send some XYZ report to compliance team on every Friday for audit purpose. See here XYZ report. So in my case that XYZ report is just finding the version of Docker and Nginx and OSU name. So simply on every Friday we have to send Docker and Nginx versions info and OSU name to compliance team for auditing purpose. Fine. So here we can automate this end-to-end task. But let me go with step by step. Now, first assume that we don't know about shell scripting. But anyway, as a Linux user, we know how to use commands on our command line. Now, first let me show you the commands to find the versions of your Docker and Nginx and also OSU name. See, this is my terminal command line. If I run simply docker-v, it is giving Docker version, and Nginx-v, it is giving Nginx version. Then I need uname. Yes, now you are getting your required information for your report. And one more thing, be clear, I already installed Docker and Nginx on my host. That's fine. Now anyway, you are getting your required information for your report by using these three commands. And be clear, we have to send this information as a report to your compliance team on every Friday. That means on every Friday, we have to execute these three commands. So why we need to execute these three commands separately? So instead of that, what we can do is we can take these three commands and we can place them into a file. And if you run that file will execute your three commands. Now let me show you that. See, you can take your file name, any file name with any extension, but to represent that as a shell script, we are taking extension as sh. That's it. Now see that. Simply, I am pasting our three commands. So let me take first command as docker-v, nginx, then uname. That's it. Save it. Now, on every Friday, instead of running your three commands, what we will do is simply we will run this script. Now you are getting your required information in a single shot, right? Of course, it is not completely automated. At least instead of running your three commands, now we are able to run our three commands with one single command using bash report.sh. Anyway, you got your required information. Now you can copy this information, go to your mailbox, and you can compose. Then just send this to compliance team. Just assume that this is compliance group. Then report on, let's say, host name. So let me give date as well. Suppose I want to provide date. So at this time I have taken this. That's it. So that I can send this. That's fine. Now come back. We send our required report to compliance team. Now observe your script. Your script simply consists of three commands, right? And these three commands we place in a sequence. That is nothing but our shell script. Shell script is a sequence of system commands pasted in a text file. That's fine. Now we can enhance any shell script if you know some concepts of your shell scripting. They are like variables, filters, conditional statements, loops, functions, job scheduling mechanism, and many more. Now let me automate our required task end to end. See, as of now, this is our shell script. And using this shell script, we are running and we are copying this content and we are going to mailbox. From there, we are sending your information, your report to compliance team. But everything I want to do it from my command line itself, and I want to automate that task. Yes, we can do it if you know some concepts of your shell scripting. Now let me do that. See, first let me go with commands one by one. Suppose as of now, docker-v is giving this much information. But I don't want to send this entire information. Simply, I want to send only this Docker version. So how we can separate that? So by using filters, we can separate it. See that how I am doing? With the help of cut filter, I am separating my required field. So I need third field. That's it. Of course, here you are getting comma. So you can remove that comma using different concepts. For time being, let me go with very simple thing, that is transfer command. See that? Yes, now you are getting perfectly your required version. Same way, now if you run nginx-v, you are getting this much information, but I need only this 1.14.0. So how we can separate it? See that I am following same concept, but see that whether you are able to get your required field or not. No, it is giving complete line. So for that, the reason is nginx-v version will give your output in the error place. So you need to redirect that error place into standard output place. So for that, I am using some concept. You don't worry, we'll discuss that in our course. Now here we are getting nginx/1.14.0, but I need only this. Then apply one more time your filter command. So you can go with even awk command, but I am trying with cut only. In simple case, we can go with cut command only. Now see that? Yes, now you are able to get your required version. That's fine. Now anyway, one more command is uname. Now let me write a simple shell script by using some concepts of your scripting. See that? Now instead of our simple script, these three commands I am removing. Now let me enhance our script. So first thing we have to write as a shebang line. So I am writing shebang line as bin bash. You don't worry. What is that? Why we need to write? We'll discuss in our course. Then, so first I am finding nginx version equals to. So this is simply a command to find nginx version. Now let me find docker version. See, for that already we have a command. Let me copy it from our command line. Now go to your script. Then one more thing, we need to find uname. Now let me find that uname here. So simply I am taking OS uname equals to $uname. That's it. Now let me display these three commands information. So for that we can use either echo or cat command. Actually, cat command is more powerful than echo command in some situations. So now here I am going with cat command only. Why? Because while sending mails, it is very easy if you go with cat command. Now first let me try to display these three commands information using cat command. So simply, so I am using cat. So first I am writing docker version. So simply docker version I want to display. Then nginx version. So nginx version. Then OS uname. So here I am displaying OS uname. That's fine. Now let me save it. Now previously we have 3 lines of script. Now you have some number of lines, but let me run this and see the result. Yes, you are getting. So this content I can copy and again I will go to my mailbox. From there I can send this information to your complaints team. But if you know mail concept of your Linux, from here itself you can send mail to your complaints team. Now let me open our script. See that what I am doing. So whatever the information we are displaying, now instead of displaying that information on your command line, I want to send a mail that. So simply you can use mail command to send a mail. Now I already configured my Gmail on my server. Let me use that. So simply mail -s. So here the report, let me do in this way. So first I want to display the date. report on this server host name. So let me take compliance team ID group as do with scripting @gmail.com. That's it. Now let me save it. Now this is our shell script. Now actually on every Friday we need to send this report to your compliance team. So what I will do is on every Friday I will run this shell script. Simply now go to your mailbox and see the result. Just wait or refresh your mailbox. Now here you will see your report. Now it's opening. Yeah, see that August 13 on this you got a mail that is a report about your required information. That means we could able to send your mails from your command line itself to particular team or to particular ID. That's it. And here as of now we are able to send this report to particular complaints team by running your shell script. So whenever if you want to send at that time you have to run this shell script. But actually our requirement is on every Friday we need to send a report to your complaints team. So why we need to run our shell script on every Friday manually? Instead of that we can schedule a job. That job will run your script on every Friday and automatically that job will send your required information to your complaints team. Now let me do that. So before that let me do one small modification. So why I am doing it we will see in our course. So instead of simply mail command, so what I am doing here is I am giving complete path. That's it. Let me save it. And as of now we are not having execution permissions for this. So whenever if you want to schedule a job for your script you should have execution permissions. That's fine. Now let me take complete path for your script. Now see here we can schedule a job using different mechanisms. So here I am using cron tab simply to schedule a job. So for that just to copy the complete path of your script and simply type cron tab -e, then open that. It is like an editor, VA editor. Go to last and here we have to follow some format to schedule a job. So instead of running on every Friday, just for our understanding purpose, what I will do is I will run our script for every 1 minute so that we can see mails immediately in our mailbox. See simply. So this is an expression to execute your script for every 1 minute. That's it. Now let me save it. Now as of now, what is the time? 13:457. 57, 25 seconds. You have to wait up to 58. So for every 1 minute it will run. That's why at 58 it will run once. 59 it will run once. So just wait. Meanwhile, open your mailbox. As of now, you don't have any latest mails. Once our time is 4:58, then it will trigger your script. That means your script will fetch the information and it will send the information to your corresponding team. That's it. Okay, now let me check it. Yeah, 4:58. Now go here, just refresh. Yeah, now you got it right. See that? Now instead of displaying your date in this way, and here itself I want to mention some signature. Yes, we can do it. See here, date command. Instead of displaying your date in this way, we can format our date. So simply what I want to do is month, then year. Now see the output. So in this way, suppose I want to format the subject. Yes, we can do it. Now let me open our script. Now here we are using date command. Now in place of simple date command, I formatted the date. That's it. And also I want to give the signature in the body itself. So simply I'm writing thanks DevOps team. That's it. Save it. Now what is the time now? 59:16. You have to wait up to 5 because now 4:59. So if you wait for 5, you will get here a mail. 57:59. Now go to your mailbox. See that? You got latest mail here. Open that. Now see. So in this way, we can automate our task end to end using your shell scripting. So for that, we have to know some concepts of your scripting. And one more thing, see, whenever if you run any command or maybe any script, your script or command will reach to your operating system through a program called shell. And we have different types of shells with our Unix or Linux systems. If you want to see list of available shells with your operating system or server, if you run this, you will see different types of shells which are available with your operating system. See here we have different types of shells. Among all these shells, Bash is the latest and advanced one. Anyway, in our course, we are working with the Bash only. So that's why actually our course is automation with Bash shell scripting. Okay. So be clear, we are working with Bash. So simply our course is automation with Bash shell scripting. Now let me go with the syllabus for the course. See, these are the concepts which we are providing through this course. So for each concept, we'll also provide practice. Now let me go with prerequisites to enroll this course. See, to enroll this course, you should have some basic knowledge on Linux or Unix operating system and some commands. And also you should have basic knowledge to use VI or VAM command line editors. Then finally, who can enroll this Bash shell scripting course? See, any admin can enroll this course. I mean, any admin who is using server or OS as Linux or Unix. Okay. Okay guys, thank you for watching this video.